Good morning, Lieutenant Galloway with the weekly reports of November the 14th through today, November the 18th. At this time, we've had a total of 24 calls. We've had 16 EMS calls, one motor vehicle accident with injuries, and that was at 1056 North Eufaula Avenue. There, they arrived on scene and treated and transported one patient to Medical Center Barber with minor injuries. We've had one public service assistance. Three public services. We have one dispatched and canceled en route, one municipal alarm system. This was at 545 East Barber there at the city jail. Upon investigation, nothing was found as far as fire or smoke, but did find where an inmate had vandalized one of the detectors in the cells. That was returned to service and back in operations. And then we had one burn permit approved. So far, that's it for us. We've completed most of our testing for the year. We have a few more things we're going to do as far as our equipment. We're getting ready to test our hazmat equipment for the end of the year, and after that, we're going to be getting started and ready for next year's, getting our training lined up, special activities and everything, putting our calendars together. So, other than that, that's it for the fire department this week.
Got a question for you on the fire on 5 Mile Road, the control burn. Is that all over with now that you know of?
To the best of my knowledge, I know there will probably be some more control burns coming pretty soon. There's been a lot of heavy logging out the Highway 30 area here lately, so we can probably look forward to some more of that, because once they complete logging, they usually come in and they'll spray some of the smaller vegetation, kill it out, and then what they'll do is they'll come back in and clear burn all of that leftover as well as that vegetation and start back planting again for the next go round. So,
good morning, I'm Larry Hubbard, Eufaula Police Department. I'll be doing the crime report for the period of November 14th through November 18th, 2013. This reporting period, we investigated 6 accidents and had a total of 9 arrests. On our offense report, we had a burglary and theft of property on Sunset Drive. Wrist chain and a ring were taken. We had a burglary and theft on North Eufaula Avenue. Several guns were taken: a Winchester rifle, shotgun, a couple shotguns, and another Magnum rifle, 22. Harassing communications on North Eufaula Avenue. Lost or stolen property on South Eufaula Avenue. A purse was left in a buggy, and when the victim returned to recover it, it was gone, not to be found. With a domestic violence third on North Eufaula Avenue. A theft of property third on East Broad. Antique bicycle, red in color, was taken. And just an animal complaint. Possession of drug paraphernalia and possession of controlled substance on Cherry Street. Some methamphetamine and a syringe were taken from on an individual. Criminal mischief on East Barber. That's the fire alarm here at the police department. We had unlawful break-in, entering a motor vehicle, and theft of property third on Cherry Street. 3 magazines, a holster, and some change was discovered, and there was an arrest made on that case. Possession of burglar tools and giving false information to law enforcement, Cherry Street, same incident. And we, like I said, we did make an arrest on that. Assault third, English Oaks. Domestic violence third, Deerfield Drive. Domestic violence third, criminal mischief, State Docks. And the next 3 reports, I believe, are connected with this case. An arson third, and criminal mischief, and damage to property. The gist of it is a domestic violence fight that involved the burning of someone's clothes, the entry to an apartment by family members who didn't live there by force, and damage to the inside of the apartment and sheetrock walls during the ensuing fight. Assault second and burglary, that's the same one. Assault second and burglary, same case. for 4 reports. Domestic violence, 2nd degree on Highway 30. Burglary and theft in West Washington, a Honda Foreman 4-wheeler was stolen. And that's at Dixon Lumber Company. That's a business. A burglary and theft on Riverside Drive. 42-inch TV was taken from a residency. A burglary and criminal mischief, Rivers Avenue. Unknown if anything was taken. The victim lives out of town and a family member reported it. And on our arrest report, we have Andre Williams arrested for contempt of court. Marcus West arrested for contempt of court. Chris Jackson arrested for possession of burglar tools and giving false information to law enforcement. And also Dimitri Culver, possession of burglar tools and giving false information to law enforcement. And there are additional charges will be coming forth on these 2 individuals. We have Creticia Wilkerson arrested, domestic violence 3rd degree. Correction, 2nd degree. We have Michael Turner arrested, possession of drug paraphernalia and possession of controlled substance.
The arrest that you did involving the gentleman over on Cherry Street, does that seem to be where most of this problem's been coming from, or do you know yet?
You talking about from those 2 individuals? Yeah. We're well acquainted with them, and it could very well be that they're responsible for a lot of the activity up in there.
Okay.
We're continuing our investigation with them, and we'll see what all they've been up to. So
they could be tied to what's been called
it's possible because of the area they were in, and
the area that they were in.
That's what we had a lot
What
of
are
burglary
burglar tools?
It could be anything. There's no specific definition. It could be a screwdriver, it could be a crowbar, it could be a drill. When you've caught an act of breaking in something, and the tools you're using to do that, they're chargeable as burglary tools. So, it could be a ruler. There's nothing it can't be, really. Even water, compressed water can open something. So compressed air can do it.
So were they caught then in the act of burglary, or?
They were caught in the act of, or shortly thereafter, of breaking into something. Yes, sir. Yep. Patrol did a great job on that.
Was that over in the Cherry Street area?
Yes, sir. I believe it was Cherry Hill Apartments is where they were discovered.
I got a question for you regarding, we're noticing some of the addresses redacted now on the front page here.
On the front of the Iowa report,
Yeah.
if it occurs at a victim's residence, then patrol's supposed to put like 100 block of Rivers Avenue or whatever.
Yeah.
And occasionally they will put the victim's address there, and I have to go and redact the exact address.
Okay.
There's actually a paragraph on that section that tells you all about it
Yeah.
on the front of the Iowa report. Now, if it's a business, it's different, just a victim's residence.
So a victim's residence is not reported.
Not as exact, just a street and a block number, like 200 block of whatever, just that on the victim. I miss them occasionally and they go through.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
saw
just,
them
yeah,
all the time, and then suddenly I saw last week or last.
yeah. They just,
They were all, every one of them redacted.
that's because they had somebody new doing it and they were worried about the teacher's wrath, so they don't do it right.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
but
the
I'm usually
information was inaccurate then. I mean, it wasn't complete.
I'm sorry?
The information we received was not complete because of their fear.
No, if they took out the
They redacted.
victim's address, they did exactly right. I'm the one, if I leave it in there, I'm the one that's not doing right. If you look on the Iowa report on that block, block 18, if offense occurred at victim's residence, then only the approximate location should be listed in this section. For example, a block number. If the offense occurred elsewhere, then the specific address should be listed. That's why I say if it's the victim's residence, then we just put the block number. Like an apartment complex, like 155 State Docks Road or something like that, you won't have a C2 or shouldn't have. Now, like I said, we've always had a good
You don't want
relationship.
that reported either then. I mean, I've seen that,
Yeah.
we have reported it, but that was the information that was on there.
Yeah, you know, and the victim could
That works. I
complain,
understand.
and I would just say,
I
well,
understand. Okay, so victim's address we don't report, business address we can.
that's my understanding. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, just trying to protect the victims, I guess,
Yeah.
which is a good thing.
You guys work on that fire across the river at all? or-
he was just telling me about it. I didn't even know it had
I
occurred.
saw on TV.
That was horrible. That's
Yeah, took-
For additional information on the Georgetown fire, go to Eufaula TV on Facebook.